Hi there, this is Bobby from Ragged Poet, and I'm kind of tired, but I just wanted to show you something that came today that I haven't even seen myself yet. And I don't really do a lot of these unboxings. Well, I haven't had a lot of unbox lately, but I wanted to do this because it's kind of special. It's from the Southern Hemisphere, and it's something I backed on Kickstarter quite a few months ago and had almost forgotten about. And here, oh my gosh, it's way bigger than I thought it's going to be. It is pretty exciting. It is The Flowers of the Night Oracle by Cheralyns Darcy, who's an Australian, and as I always do, I'll put the link below. As I said, I backed it on Kickstarter. I actually got 2 of the decks. I got one as a gift for a special friend, and with the Kickstarter deal, you got this black velvet bag, and what have we got in here? Ooh. A print of one of the woodcuts, the fox, and I don't know if that's, I don't know what the flower is. Might be the moonflower. Oh, that's the other bit. So what else did we get? So wow, you get the print, the bag, and in here we've got, I'm just going to show you these things now, and then I'm going to do a proper look through later. It's a moon. Oh my goodness, look. Oh my goodness, it's a moon with a kind of moonflower. Can you see that? I love it. Oh, Cheralyns, what a sweetie. Oh wow, I love that. And there's another one. There's another thingy here. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's the owl and another flower, which I can't remember. Oh, look at that. Can't see it properly, but it's in this gorgeous little frame. It looks so Victorian, like, you know. What a deal. You got these. I mean, I can't remember how much I backed now, but you have the deck, the print, the bag, and the 2 pendants. So that's that. Now, something else, I'll just put those out of the way because I'm trash them. The other thing I was going to show quickly, which is kind of flower related, but it wasn't planned that way, is I've never been very good at keeping house plants, but I really wanted plants around my altar and everything, so I decided to try again. And I kept seeing all these little tiny baby plants for sale, but the flower pots and that were all kind of quite expensive, the nicer ones. And I don't like I like reusing things. So I remembered I had a collection of broken but beautiful mugs, like this one of, I love hares and I collect hair pottery, as swift as a hare. But it's cracked and glued. If I have a beautiful mug, I glue it together. I can't use it again for drink, but so I decided to just put them in the mugs and use the mugs as saucers. So I got that one. And then this was one of my favourite mugs for a very long time, but it's chipped and it's lost its handle. And that's the old spider plant. We had another giant spider plant in the kitchen, but the cat killed it by sleeping on it, Pluto. And I love this mug so much, but again, the handle broke and it's got a hole there. But isn't it beautiful? Now, these mugs are years and years and years old, probably older than my children. But so there you go, little idea. If you have broken but beautiful mugs, it doesn't matter if they're glued together. There's a Japanese saying about things. There's some kind of pottery that's broken and glued together. I'll have to look it up and put a link below. But it talks about, it's got this beautiful approach to things that have been broken and stuck together again. And, you know, I think the best people are the ones that have been broken and stuck together again, really. So on that little thought, I'm going to leave you. Very brief video. I might publish it now, or I might just add to it when I look closer at the Breath of the Night. Okay, cheers, bye. Okay, so I'm coming back to talk more about this amazing deck. I was just reading something on Cheralyns' webpage, and she talked about how it's not a dark deck and it's not a light deck, but it's the connection between the two. And this just resonates with me so much. Kind of what I just said before about the word I was looking for the broken Japanese pottery is kintsugi, Kintsugi, and I will leave a link below. Basically, I think it means repairing with gold. And they believe that everything has a kind of a spiritual history, and it's wrong to discard things because they're broken. And so when they mend them, they make them very beautiful. I'm not an expert at this by any means. It's something, a concept I found a few years ago and really fell in love with the idea of it. And I want to actually make art based around it. And I'm still figuring that out somehow. But so what I said about the best and strongest people are those that have been broken and glued back together by life experiences and like love and nurturing of friends and self-healing and self-love. This deck is just kind of like that because, as she said, it's about growing in the dark. All these flowers bloom at night, but they can't grow without the sunlight. But because they only can come out at night and they can only see the dark, doesn't mean they don't grow and they don't change, because they do. And the same with us. Even though we might feel we're going through a lot of darkness, we're actually growing through that all the time. I want to show you how big these cards are. So this is, I'll just move my little frog prints. This is the Tarot of the Green Witch, and so that's a standard Llewellyn deck. Can you see how different they are in that picture? I'll just do the backs. It might make it a bit. This is going to make it clearer for you. Look at them, aren't they amazing? They're going to make fantastic altarpieces. These cards, just wonderful. And I've looked through them. They're not in order, but oh, just the colour. I love them. I just love them. And the cardstock's beautiful too. They just feel, I don't know, there's something really special about them and unique. And there's only, I think she said she's only got less than 100 decks left, and they'll never be reprinted again. So if you do want one, you better get to the link below. It's Florisphere, I think florisphere.com, but I will put it below. And check them out. This is Chago. Well, I've never heard of this. So I'm going to learn a lot about different flowers too, which means achievement. And that's like our cat, Pluto. There are some I really super love. Look at the lunar moth. Blazing Star, Awaken. Desert Wishbone. Desert Thornapple. There's the fox that I got in the print. Damask Violet, that's the flower. Sensuality. The Comet Orchid. Oh my god, I've got to start collecting. I have to do something with my goat so I can grow flowers. Pink Cloves, Protection. The Chocolate Flower. We had a chocolate flower in England, but we called it Cosmos Astrosanguinis, it was called, and it smelled of chocolate. And it was kind of this cosmos daisy-like shape, but it was deep, lush brown. And these are, this is rocks or a temple in Santa Fe, I think. Release. Oh, the 4 o'clock flower. I wonder if it's 4 o'clock in the morning. If it is, motivation. I was born at 4 o'clock in the morning. The fishbone cactus, communication. Actually, looks like lots and lots of telephone wires. Evening stock, emotions. Is that a nightingale, I wonder? Evening star, intimacy. Evening Primrose, Acceptance. The Dutchman's Piped Cactus, Cleansing. Night Gladiolus, Sensitivity. That kind of does speak with the big ears, like taking in everything. Could be like symbolic of when we've got all our senses on the alert, like, you know, you hear things in the middle of the night that you don't normally hear. I don't think it's just because it's always quiet, it's because we're sort of more tuned in when we're in the darkness. Night Blooming Daylily. Wow. That's is it an oxymoron? Night Blooming Cereus. Moonflower. Oh, the Easter Island statues. Lady of the Night. Hope. Japanese Wisteria. Patience. Night Jessamine. Opportunity. Night Orchid. Wisdom. The Nottingham Catchfly. Readiness. Wow. These look like some kind of like downtown slummy kind of things, like maybe in Puerto Rico and places. Maybe be ready for anything that could happen. Night Phlox Petunia. I haven't read the book yet at all. So half of these flowers I haven't even heard of. Queen of the Night, Power. The Rain Lily, Restore. Red Flare Water Lilies, Passion. Oh, that's gorgeous. I really like that with the star. And look at the aesthetic. The balance of this card is beautiful. Rose of Mexico, Strength. The Royal Lily is Devotion. Sea Moonflower, Clarity. That's another moth. The Silver Ghost, Preserve. Looks like a Scotch thistle. Spiny Star, Influence. Oh, beautiful starry flowers. The paintings are gorgeous, just capturing the bit, but they're so simple and yet so much in them. Belle de Nuit, Pleasure. Dragon Fruit, Challenge. I love bats. There's another bat. Angel's Trumpet, Transformation. Tuberose, this is the one that's in my pendant. And the owl, the horned owl, Focus. Wolf's Evening Primrose, Commitment. Woodland Tobacco, Depth. And then the backs, I'll show you the backs of the cards. I think I did before, but there they are. Look, they've got the moon and the stars that look kind of like flowery. They are a whole constellation of flowers and messages. I'm just going to go and fetch the guidebook. Okay, so here's the guidebook. It's actually a good little book. It's got, I don't know how, the pages aren't numbered, but it must have about 90. Well, there's 44 cards, I think, and it gives you an introduction to how to use the deck. You can use this deck as a flower reading tool, and the easiest way to do this is by going through the deck face up and pulling out the cards that feature flowers that you're drawn to. So, what did I say I was drawn to? Let's have a look. I'm quite drawn to the Angel's Trumpet because I think it's a stunning illustration. But there was a starry one that I really liked. Oh, this one. Spiny Star. So if we look up Spiny Star, so the deck book is laid out in alphabetical order. I love the Rain Lily too. And the Passion, the Red Flare. So, Spiny Star. Influence. Esobaria vivipara. Forces which are not completely in your control may be currently steering your direction. This isn't necessarily a negative thing, but it sometimes can be. You may need to go with the flow for a little or reflect on how you can protect yourself in future from becoming involved in the first place. Things should also be looking up for you as luck is slowly turning your way. New people, new groups and situations are on the horizon as well. Travel, experiencing something very different, and just general enjoyment are all on offer to you, but you need to be ready to step up and jump in. Fate will be playing a very large role in your life at the moment, but you're also reminded that nothing lasts forever and influences come and go. This applies to positive and negative outcomes. And then there's an affirmation, the wheel turns and I work with it. And keywords, influence, luck, turning point, control, phases, time, fate. So that's the kind of example of what the book provides. Also, I wanted to look for readiness. Oh, this thing that's actually Nottingham Castle in England. I completely misread that one, didn't I? Oh, that makes sense. Readiness and vigilance are always focused and true. So the castles that they would have always been looking out had the lookout. But so we've got all of each card has got a meaning, affirmation, and several keywords and something about it. And then in the beginning, we have spreads. We've got, this is wonderful, isn't it? The Night Garden Oracle Walk. So we have today, card 1 today, this is what's going on right now. Card 2 is dusk, what you need to leave behind and step away from and release. Card 3 is nightfall, something which is growing or coming into it. Card 4, the moon. This flower will explain the emotional feelings which are attached to the current situation and having a very strong pull on it. Card 5, the stars, which is possibilities. Card 6, dawn. What is it you need to find out to see more clearly and possibly learn more about? And then card 7 is tomorrow, and this flower will show you the most likely outcome. And then we've got a moon cycle spread and a full moon oracle spread for the next full moon, which is coming up quite soon. So I love the spreads. I'm really actually very excited to try this Night Garden Oracle Walk. Okay, I'm back to finish off this video. I just wanted to say that as well as this guidebook, which is way bigger than your average little white book, and the paper is beautiful, Cheralyns also given every person who backed the deck a PDF of the meanings with, well, these are the meanings in the book, but much more in-depth stuff about the animals and the plants. There is a sample page on her website, I think maybe on the Kickstarter campaign section. That's going to be coming soon, because she produced a full-size big guidebook which I couldn't actually afford, but not because it was over expensive or anything, I was just a bit broke at the time, but I wanted to get the deck. But the PDF is exactly the same, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that's another thing you get with the deck. But I mean, in here you've got the, you know, the name of the animal, the name of the flower, the names of the buildings in the background if that applies, like the tent rock at Santa Fe, New Mexico here. So you've got a lot of information, but the PDF gives you more. And also, Cheralyns put a lot of her own money into this product, like making sure the guidebook was great and as good as it could be. And she probably lost money, certainly on postage, I would think. So if you can support her, go to her website and see if she's got any of these decks left. I think she had a few. And also her other decks, which are equally stunning. Yeah, go and check them out and check out her art, because it's really great to find an artist who really cares about the product they put out and make sure it's the best it can be. And so thanks for that, Cheralyns. So yeah, and I've got might see my sage here. This is just, a friend grew this and gave it to me. And it's because it's a full moon. I still get confused with the moons. It's quite hard working them out. It's hard having been upside down. I've been upside down for nearly 12 years now, on the 12th, a big anniversary coming up. So yeah, it's the sage, the full moon on, well, it'll be Saturday here, the 11th. Yeah, tomorrow. Is actually a sage moon in the northern hemisphere, the purification, when you get a bit more light in the sky in the dawn. But over here, down at the bottom of the world, it's the corn moon. This is the Spirit of the Lune deck, by the way, which I use to follow the moon cycles, which is our first harvest, and that's all been happening around here, the haymaking, etc. So happy full moon, and I think the full moon is actually in Leo. And yeah, I'll see you soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.